This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, hybrid setup. If you want to deploy a hybrid setup, why we require the hybrid setup means hybrid solutions. Like as we discussed earlier also, the big enterprise or medium level companies going with the hybrid setup because of the services need to be get it 99.99 100% availability. Like if you are using only on premises, if sometimes some issues or you'll face like you'll get some issues with the physical device boxes or physical hardware issues, either at the application level also you'll get some issues. If sometime that time what will happen, there will be the production impact, means end users will not able to access the mailboxes. At director level also will not able to access the mailboxes. If the mail, if any corporate company, if the mail communication is not available for some time, it's a business impact because of everything will be going to communicate on the over email. Okay, without the email, they can't able to continue the work also because of if someone, like if you take the example, accounts department, they have drafted PO. They need to get it from the approval from the manager by the CEO. In that case, they have to send it on the email. Okay, so that's why that is a very important thing. And the email communication is one of the important things. So that's why it is one of the critical application which we need to manage in the production environment. Okay, we can manage on-prem setup also, not a problem with the availability HA. But nowadays are everybody using the cloud because of we have a good opportunities, means good features are available in the cloud. So that's why people are preferring to use the cloud services, Microsoft 365. So now the requirement is here. We need to enable the hybrid setup between the on-prem and the cloud. Okay, and I will show you in the diagrammatic matter what we are going to achieve here. I have my physical setup is I am running. So this is my AD on-prem. This is my exchange and this spam server. This is the internet. This is Office 365. Microsoft or Office 365. See, some companies like what they will do. Some companies what they will do. I have an on-prem setup. Okay, I can use the on-prem setup. I have configured already since 3 4 years back onwards. I am using the on-prem setup. Now I want to migrate to the cloud. Okay. Because of there are so many reasons to migrate to the cloud. The financial wise and the futures wise, product futures wise, they will look on at something. Okay. Now here, how the requirements are available for the companies. Like here, if I am running the on premises, no issues, I can run smoothly. without any issues. The internal and outgoing email will happen from the communication will happen from the this way same internet, and again it will send to the anti-spam center server and the exchange server. Outgoing also exchange anti-spam server directly it will send to the internet. These are the firewalls. Just you can assume these are the firewalls. One is internal firewall. This is a internet firewall. This is a internal firewall.
Means like connectors.
Correct. This is the internal.
And the other one will be the outside connector.
Correct.
External.
Okay. This one is the external. Okay. Now this is fine for me. Okay, I'm running with this fine. Okay, now my management, company management has decided that we have to move to the cloud. Okay, like how we have to plan it, like all the mailboxes you want to move the cloud, either some mailboxes you want to move the cloud, that we have to decide. Either people are going to use, some companies is going to dedicatedly use the on premises, either some companies will be going to use the office 365. If anyone using like this, either office 365, microsoft 365 or on premises, that is not an issue. If some companies, some clients will looking like a both the services I need.
Yes, some
This is
companies use both. Yeah.
some companies. See, I saw some clients like they are using the on-premises. That is not a problem. Some companies using direct cloud, only Microsoft 365 cloud. There is no
Yeah.
other services. Then in this case also no issues. Directly you can communicate to the if any issues with the Microsoft, directly you can communicate. But the big challenge is for IT means server engineers or server administrators also to build a hybrid setup. Okay, this is one of the big concept in this Microsoft 365. If you
Yeah.
want to build a on-prem hybrid setup, you require knowledge on prime and cloud both as well as. If you have a knowledge on these services, because of you need to establish a connection between here to here. You need to establish a connection between here to here. Once who has the experience on-prem Active Directory, on-prem Exchange server, okay, on-prem anti-spam server, who have the experience on these areas, okay, those people can only handle this setup. Those
Okay.
people can handle the setup. Because of if I don't know how to install Active Directory, if I don't know how to install the Exchange server, if I don't know how to configure it, then how can you configure a hybrid setup? Hybrid means how the both the services you need to make it enabled,
Yeah.
on-prem and cloud.
Right.
The same concept will coming into the Azure cloud also, because of if you have a on-premises data center, some web application you need to enable the high availability. Okay, what I will do, I will run the database from the my on-premises application. I will run it from the cloud, because of I can't trust the cloud. So I can run the services from the database. I can put it in my cloud only. It's my on-prem data center only.
Mhm.
Application level, I can run the two instances from one is on-prem, one is the cloud. If front-end application down or at my service, my data center, users will connect to the Azure data center application. The backend request is routed to the again cloud. For database, it will route it to the my data center. Like this. This is one example I'm telling here. The same here also hybrid setup means the same like we need to understand where the mail flow need to enable. That is very big important task here. If you're using on-prem, you can directly put it to the on-prem servers. Either if you're using the Office 365, you can put it directly Office 365 or Microsoft 365 services. But here in the hybrid, where I need to put the incoming traffic, where I need to put the outgoing traffic. Some companies will use for incoming, they will use the Microsoft 365. Outgoing, they will put it from the on-prem, like in the vice versa same here. Some companies will use the incoming Exchange, on-prem Exchange, outgoing Office 365.
Can I get, I'll be back in 2 minutes? Yeah. Someone
Okay.
is calling me. Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, thanks. Yes, I'm back now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that mail routing also we'll see after some time.
Yeah.
Next, what are the features if I deploy the hybrid setup? What are the features I'm going to get it? First, we'll discuss those. And the second one, hybrid setup prerequisites. Okay, what are the prerequisites is second one we'll discuss about that. And third one we'll see the uh, on-prem AD to the cloud AD communication. Okay, after that, fourth one will start configuring the exchange to the cloud services. We'll start building the hybrid setup. These are four things. After that, fifth one is we need to check the migration, how it is going to happen the migration. Once the 4 points are completed successfully, we'll discuss. The first one is here. Okay, so migration. Hybrid setup features. Prerequisites. Next one is ready to cloud setup on-prem. fourth one is the features. Okay, if I enable the hybrid deployments, these are the features. Secure mail routing between on-prem services and Exchange Online services. Exchange Online means here the cloud. Exchange Online means cloud means Microsoft 365, Office
So
365.
let us do one topic, because then I'll get confused.
Mm-hmm. So I'm slowly we are doing the hybrid setup configuration. So first we'll discuss about the features. Okay, then you can get some idea.
Yeah. Then we do the prerequisite. Yeah.
Then we can go to the prerequisites. Okay, these are the features. Like if I without if I have some advantages here, then only I can deploy the hybrid setup. Because of
So what
hybrid
are the advantages?
advantages, because of if you are deploying the hybrid setup now, the cost wise also it will increase more. The cost wise also it will increase more. The financial wise also you need to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, secure mail routing between on-prem and the cloud, and next the mail route routing with the shared domain namespace. For example, both on-prem and external are having the this is the namespace contours.com smtp domain. Okay, next one is global address list will there. Okay, shared
Like
address.
explain the contoso.com. You said something about it. Yeah, I didn't understand.
Here, mail routing shared domain namespace means like a see what happened here. Microsoft is providing a some domain name, okay,
Yeah,
on
also,
Microsoft.com,
yeah.
but we have configured our domain name here. That is called as a shared domain namespace.
Okay.
Okay, we have our own domain, right? I have configured that domain. That is called as a shared domain namespace.
Yeah.
Simple and okay. And next one is the address, global address list. Okay, global address list will be there. Okay, and next free busy and calendar sharing between on prime and the exchange online, that also we can share. And next centralized control for inbound outbound mail flow. Okay, we can centrally control that inbound and outbound flow, the mail flow we discussed it, right, how we can
Yeah.
control the mail flow also, that we can see the practical wise.
Okay.
A single Outlook on the web URL for the both on-prem and the Exchange Online. Okay, we can get a single URL to access both web URLs for both on-prem and the Exchange Online. End user doesn't know about I'm connecting to the cloud or on-prem. We can use the single URL for both.
So
Okay.
can you go through the features once again?
Okay, sure. Let me complete this. The ability to move the existing on-prem mailboxes to the Exchange Online organization can also move back to the. We can do both. We can move from the on-prem to the cloud and cloud to the on-prem. This point is telling. And the next point is centralized mailbox management using the. I told you right, centralized mailbox management. This is one of the feature. Okay, here we can get the feature like. We can get a centralized management here. I'll show you that once the configuration is done, you can see that. And next, message tracking trips, multi-mailbox search between on-prem. This is also happening. Cloud-based message archiving for on-prem uh, mailbox, on-prem mailboxes and online mailboxes can be used. Fine. Okay. Once again, I will go through these features. The secure mail routing between the on-prem and Exchange Online means it is a secure mail routing. Means either incoming mail flow will come to the on-prem, either Office 365. Same way, outgoing also either it will come to the Office 365 or either we can use on-prem also. That is the secure mail routing between the on-prem and cloud will be happen. And the next point, next one is mail routing with the shared domain namespace. Okay, we can use the shared domain name between the on-prem and the Exchange Online. Example is here. If you see here the example, we got a first domain name like this on Microsoft.com. After that, we have configured our own domain here. If you see here, we have configured
Like
our own domain.
Microsoft has contoso.com and we did our abc.com.
Correct. This is the example they have given here. Contours.com. They have example. For example, they told. For example, both on-prem and Exchange organization use the same domain. Now also I'm using the same. Here this is the cloud, my cloud, and this is my on-prem. Okay, I'm using the same domain namespace for both.
Yeah. And you also said that we have the free calendar sharing, which
Correct.
is Google.
Correct. Next,
So when you recommend to use the calendar, it is in hybrid, means on cloud or on premise?
see that one, that point I need to highlight here. I deployed for the few clients this hybrid setup. Like what we will do here on on-prem compared to the on-prem cloud only cost. If you really have cloud only cost, the licensing part compared to the on-prem. If you have on-prem data center, that will be the fine. Okay, in that case, the cloud is cost. If you don't have the on-prem data centers or physical servers, then this is better. Cloud is better.
Yeah.
Because of some companies will build their own data center, right? For
Yeah.
their services, other services they will also run, right? Not only this mail services, messaging services. In that cases, compared to the on-prem and the cloud will be the cost. If you don't have the any services on-prem data center, the licensing physical servers, in that case the cloud is better.
Right now, most of the enterprise companies, they all are going to cloud. It is a
Correct.
cost.
They are
They don't want to deal with it. 99% companies want to do cloud. They want to do it through Microsoft. They don't care about the cost.
cost. Correct.
Don't less the headache here.
Yeah. So here, configuration part, comparing to the configuration. Let's say my company is around 1,000 users are there. Okay, 5,500 users are only support people are there. Okay, if I provide them the E3 or E1 licenses, that is again a big cost for me. Already my on-prem setup is there. I can create a mailbox with the less space, like a 200 MB or 500 MB or 1000 MB. With that space, I can create a mailboxes for them. Just they will not use the mail messaging services more. Just they will send a communication emails. That's it.
Yeah.
Either they will receive a HR other team emails. That's it. In that cases, I will create them here.
Yes.
Less impact users. If support people will doesn't access the email, nothing will happen, right?
Right, right.
Okay, L1 supporting like that. Here, what I will do here on Cloud Office 365, I will create a managers team leads, like a directors, VIPs.
Vice President.
Those mailboxes I'll create it here.
Yeah.
And production users, if any production users are there.
It means around 300 employees, not
Correct.
everyone may.
Correct.
Forward server.
In hybrid setup, usually people will do like this. See,
Yeah.
we can customize as you like.
No, because what happens, the managers, the vice president, the technical managers, the sales people, they are working anytime, midnight and all that. So all the documents can be shared by everyone at that specific time. Word, Excel, they are making data sheets and then they use it in the team chats and all.
True.
And this will not support staff here.
Correct. Like that, we need to understand the uh, configuration. Along with the configuration part, which users needs to provide the which license.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say if I provide the support guy to E3 license, again it is a big thing. We know about the licensing part. We know about the how we need to configure, how we need to segregate the users. If you
Right.
have that much of the level knowledge, then you can easily build the hybrid setup configurations.
Right.
Okay, we'll come back again. Features. Free busy share calendars between the both on-prem and the Exchange Online. And next, centralized control for the inbound or outbound email flow. Centralized control means, see, once we enable the hybrid setup, we can control from here itself, on-prem itself. If you do some changes on-prem, it will reflect to the cloud also.
Okay.
That is the main advantage. And
So
single
what
outlook
kind of changes will show? What changes that we do on premise that will show in the cloud? Yeah, because when it is in the cloud, they want to do everything in the cloud.
correct. That we will see in the more coming session, like I have, or once the migration setup is ready.
Is done.
Okay, next, single Outlook web URL for both on-prem and Exchange Online will get it. Okay, and next, the ability to move existing on-prem to, we can move the existing on mailboxes to the cloud, and cloud mailboxes also here, move back also if possible. And centralized mailbox management using on-prem and Exchange. The both the features are available here.
Yeah.
And message tracking, message tips, these are the common again. Okay.
Yes.
Now we'll go and see about the prerequisites. The features is
Yeah, the
features are done.
prerequisites. Yeah.
We'll go and see the
With the
prerequisites.
features, yeah.
If you have some idea about this, see, in one shot we'll not get a complete picture. If you see more than one or two times, you'll get some idea.
Right.
Okay. So that's why we have to discuss here.
Yes, yes.
Okay, prerequisites for hybrid setup. Okay, what are the prerequisites? On-prem Exchange organization. Okay, on-prem Exchange organization. If you see here, on-prem environment with the supported one, let's say I'm using, suppose I have installed 2019. Okay, hybrid deployment, it's supported for the 2019. If I am using the 2016 again, it won't support.
Yeah.
If I'm using the Exchange Online, Exchange 2016, it will support in the 2016. It won't support to the 2010, like this.
Yeah.
Okay, here the on-premises Exchange server is ready. Okay, we have configured up to date for this server. And next one is Exchange server release. This is also done. The cumulative update we have done, the latest one only. And next, Exchange server roles, we have already installed the mailbox server role, that is also ready. And next, Office 365 supported all the plans. Okay, synchronization and support synchronization also. Active Directory synchronization, this is also ready. We are with the Office 365 account here. This is our Office 365 one. This is also ready. And next, custom domain. We did it already. Custom domain. We did it already here. If you go and see the domains, this is our custom domain. We did it already. And next, Active Directory synchronization. Deploy the Azure Active Directory connect tool to enable the synchronization. This we have to do it. This is my on-prem Active Directory server. Okay, this is my on-prem Active Directory server. The mailboxes I need to sync from here to there. Okay, this we have to do it. Next, auto discovery. This is also done. The records is already created. And next, Microsoft 365 organization available your on-premises. This is also ready. And the major one is certificate. Valid digital certificate is required. This is also done. The certificate is required for the on-premises. Just you have to remember. Okay, the certificate is required for the on-premises. This we have taken already. This is the certificate. web.srttrainings.com. This is already done. The certificate for also. No need to take about the certificate for cloud. Cloud certificate will manage by the Microsoft only. We can use the SAN or wildcard certificate. Any certificate is fine. SAN means you can get it for the 5 names. Wildcard certificate for the full name. HSync, if you deploy the H transport server, now we are not going to deploy the H transport here. This is the H transport server. In production environment, you can able to see that server. And .NET frameworks, this is needs to be installed. Okay, this is done. Unified is also done. This is very important. Hybrid deployment protocol.
Did you make any notes for the prerequisites or something?
Yes, I'll share you to that.
Yeah.
This is the note. I will share you with you. No problem.
Okay, thanks.
The ports, coming to the communication wise, this is very important, because of if you don't have the communication, you are not able to build a hybrid setup configuration.
Yeah, that is important for the network. Yeah.
Correct. Okay, these are all the ports in the real time in the production environment. Okay, once like this, now we have a servers and the cloud everything, but we don't have these firewalls in between the servers. So you can assume the firewalls are there. You can think on that way.
Okay. That is the firewall. Yeah.
You can assume in that way, and you can think the firewalls will be there, and the communication is also enabled. So the communication is also enabled. For that, we are doing the hybrid setup configuration. Without the communication enabled, we can't do it. Just you can assume the communication is already enabled. These are the ports needs to be allowed at the internal firewall and the external firewall, both the ports 443 and 425, SMTP, MAPI, auto discovery ports. These are all the ports are enabled. We have some recommendation tools also there. If you go through recommendation also, they will tell you the some recommendations. Okay, what are the migration types are available. If you see there are three types, total three types migrations is there. One is the full migration, one is the staggered migration, one is the cutover migration.
Cutover migration.
Cutover. Okay, this we'll discuss in the next few minutes.
Most of the companies want to do the cutover migration.
Correct. Cutover migration, we can do it 2000 mailboxes. More of that. We'll see. We'll discuss on those. Okay. And connectivity, for connectivity also, we know this, we used to work on this tool already, Microsoft Remote Connectivity Analyzer tool. We can use this tool and check the configuration parts, mailbox or records configuration part. And single sign-on, this is a single sign-on for all. If you are running the multiple application from the cloud and the on-premises, you will use the single sign. As of now, we have only one application. Okay, now we got some idea about the prerequisites also. What are the prerequisites? I hope we are ready with all the prerequisites. Now we'll start the configuration.
Can you show that?
So before that, I need to create some accounts here in the on-premises, and I need to create it. Because of those accounts will sync to the cloud. Let me create some accounts. This is a Active Directory.
We even apply patches, no? Sometimes customers tell us.
Sometimes we need to see, sometimes not. That is one of the activity in our job. But based on the client downtime, and the security team will inform us, this is the regulation you have to follow to the 3-month cycle or 6-month cycle to update the patches. Based on that, we'll do the patching also for the servers, virtual or physical servers, for the servers.
Right. But sometimes we cannot get access to their VPN for applying the patches sometimes. Yeah.
That is the problem.
That is the problem. Or sometimes even if we apply the patch, it fails. It shows us an error.
Correct. It's true. Maybe if the communication problem there, no, that is also issue again. Now I have created the user accounts in AD. Okay, I will go and create the mailboxes in Exchange. existing user I will select.
So now you'll create the mailboxes in
Yes,
Exchange.
now I'm creating.
In Exchange.
Correct.
You created the users in AD and now you're creating the mailboxes in Exchange.
Correct.
We cannot create the mailboxes in Exchange and then go and create the user account in AD. That is a wrong way to work. No?
We can directly create the account here, means mailbox. I'll show you that also. No need to create a account for that.
So it won't show us any errors or anything if we just directly go to Exchange. Yeah, because in one scenario, we directly created the mailbox in the Exchange and we didn't go to the AD to create a user account.
Oh. So now I want to create a user account, user mailbox, let's say.
Can you show me how you're doing it?
Now I'm in Exchange. Okay. See here.
I
Come to
can't
mailbox.
see. I cannot see you. You have kept
Oh.
the drawing.
Okay. Sorry. Now are you able to see?
Yeah, now I can see.
Okay. User mailbox. Order. Click user again. We'll discuss more on the Exchange sessions. This thing. But now I'm showing here. Order. Organization, we need to select it.
But why do we create an alias?
Alias means it's a first name of the mailbox. First name of the mailbox. Without alias, you can't able to create. See, the user's alias is the portion of the email address of the left side of the @ symbol.
Yeah.
First name of the mailbox. First name means before the left side of the @ symbol name. Without alias, the mailbox will not able to create. See, model I created.
Yeah.
If you see here, I can get it. Model account. Okay, but if I create a user account here, I can't get a mailbox here. I need to create it manually. Okay. Now the prerequisites are done. Prerequisites parts are done. Now we are going to start the activity. Okay, these are the check the on-prem Exchange server versions, check the Exchange server release, on-prem server roles, check the Office 365 plans will support for the E1 E35 custom domains required.
You give me all these notes.
Sure, I'll share you. Active directory synchronization needs to be happen. Auto discovery. Okay, all these recommended tools. Okay, now we have to configure the Active Directory synchronization first. Okay, let me go into the AD. For this, we need to install the connector. We download it. Setup means see, these are the synchronization. Set up a directory synchronization. Now we are going to the first step. The directory synchronization is going to doing now. See the example here clearly they have mentioned on-prem servers or organization Active Directory servers and the Office 365 cloud service. Okay, this already we have set up. The setup is ready now. Okay, there are different types. Password has synchronization. This we'll see in the installation. Review, this is also done. Prerequisites, this is also done. Okay, and installation a Azure AD connector to configure the direct system synchronization. Azure AD connector, we need to download it. Let me show you one thing. See, these are all my on-prem users. Okay, Mahesh, Supar, Varun, all are in the on-prem users. Let me go to the cloud.
Can you show from where are you downloading it?
I'm downloading from the TechNet only. I'll share you all those links. No problem, I'll share you. See here, this is on-prem cloud Active Directory. Okay, and the cloud Active Directory. Will you able to see the on-prem users here? Will you able to see the on-prem users there? This Mahesh or Varun in cloud? No, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Once the synchronization is happened, you can able to see.
After downloading this, what else we need to download?
This is the tool which will use to connect to the Azure Active Directory.
Yeah, I've downloaded it. Yeah.
You need to run it.
Yeah.
We need to run and configure it.
Yeah, we install it. Yeah.
See here we have already
Most of the time when we install it, it is installed in on-prem, right?
correct. I need to highlight one more point.
I thought I had downloaded in domain control in data center.
One point I need to tell you here. See here the Azure AD connector server also in production environment, we will not install directly on the Active Directory server.
Yeah, right. I did not do it on the Active Directory.
Okay,
So it was
Active
on
Directory, Active Directory server.
is separate.
This is Active Directory server, right?
Yeah.
Here I will put another server. This is Azure AD. Because of this, we require internet also to download and to communicate to the cloud. Okay, if I install Azure AD connector here, it is not recommended at all Microsoft, because the communication need to be happen from the Azure AD connector to the cloud. It is required internet for the specific ports to communicate continuously to the cloud services. So that's why we'll enable the we'll create a one more server here with the for separately for dedicated for the Azure connector only. Okay, for dedicatedly here we'll configure a one server here. Okay, did you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now I'm installing on my Active Directory only. Okay, run. I selected, I agree terms and license conditions. Click on continue. See express settings. Okay, here express settings means use the express settings. If you have a single Windows Server Active Directory forest, we will do the following configurations. Configure synchronization identity. We have only one forest, that is abc.local. Okay, custom settings, configure using options. Okay, configure the synchronization identifier and configure the password as synchronized. These are the different services. Start the initiation synchron. See here it is saying abc.local is not a routable domain. It is recommended to use the custom settings, configure the user sign in options. Okay, dot local domain, it is not routable, so we need to custom the specifications. These are the required components we need to use. We need to install all this. Install required component. No existing synchronization services was found on this computer. Azure AD connector synchronization service will be installed. Okay. This will also do it later. Install. Usually this kind of the setup, it will take more than 30 days in our production environment
Okay.
to build entire setup. That is again depends upon the structure, IT infrastructure side, the network and how the architecture is there. However, we have to get so many approvals, change request approvals, network side also we have to create some changes, so many discussions. After that, we have to submit the POA. One second, huh?
Hi, you are ready? I can't
Okay.
hear you.
Yes. Now. Hello.
Hello, yeah, now I can hear.
Okay. See, the select sign-on method password has synchronization. Okay, sign into the using the same password that used on premises. If you see here, password has synchronization. This option allows your users to sign in into the cloud using the same passwords that you using the on premises. Okay. Next one is, this is the authentication where you need to enable either authentication. If you want to enable, if you use the authentication through means, it will authenticate to the Azure Active Directory using the on premises identity infrastructure. Federation, this is different thing. This is also different single sign-on purpose. Will use all this. Okay, I will go with this option, first option. Sorry. Azure details we need to mention here. Global administrator details. Let me give that. Set a very critical password.
Okay.
Okay, it is asking. When I was trying to learn these courses from the outside, now they will tell you the first. I will show you all the configuration, this hybrid and everything.
Yeah.
But end of the sessions, they will tell you this is not happening, that is not happening, it is not possible. Because of those guys are not working on the real time. But they told in Hyderabad, most of the guys will tell we are working on the real time.
Right.
After I did lab and everything from my side. I have practiced, I have implemented two three clients. Then I
Right.
get an idea.
Because right now I'm installing one of the lab on my other computer. I do
Okay,
a couple of computer laptops at home. So on that I'll be doing my entire lab.
okay, that is great.
But I don't want to be confused, so I'm not installing it right now.
Don't install it right now. Slowly you can.
Yeah, I'll install it maybe after 2 months.
Okay, connect to the directory is fine. This is the local really.local added directory also here. Video forest.
And can you just give me the notes too today for this class? I
Sure,
think we'll
I'll
need it.
share you.
Because this class was going in depth. Earlier
Correct.
things, it was simple.
Correct. To understanding also it will take time.
Yeah, no, but I have to learn it fast. The other thing is, after the installation, you did say that we'll be doing the migration. So
Correct.
when we start the exchange?
I'll tell you after this, we'll discuss.
And how long will it take for the exchange?
Sure, we'll discuss that. See, we can't directly use the main administrator account here. Okay, we need to use service account. So I will provide him the credentials. Using enterprise domain administrator account for this ID forest. What is not allowed. Yeah, domain administrator also. we need to use the service account here. So we are trying to using the administrator account. So that's why earlier we got an error. Click next. Now retrieving the information, directory schema information. This is not verified. Okay, this domain is not verified because of we don't have this domain, means we have configured internally. Okay, usually in real time also they will use this kind of the scenarios only. Internal domain I will not publish to the external. So first I will create an internal domain dot local in the domain. I'll add a VPN suffix like this .coms or other domains. Okay. Users will not able to sign into the Azure AD with the on-prem credentials if the VPN suffix does not match. Continue. Sync all the domain we use or sync selected domains only. Okay, I will not sync all the here. I'll sync only this. See, these are the optional features. Okay, Exchange hybrid deployment feature. First one is allows coexisting SMA on-premise to Azure synchronization. Uh, we have to select this. This one is Exchange public mailboxes. We have to select this, and apps attributes are not available. Password write back is there. See, the latest feature, this was enabled at the Microsoft Azure AD level. If I password change in the hybrid setup environment, what is the best advantages? If I password change here, okay, on Azure on-prem Active Directory, it will authenticate, it will change at Azure AD also. This password write back means if I change it cloud Azure AD also, it will write back to the on-prem AD. Did you get it? Both the way options are possible.
Okay.
Install. Connecting, configuring to the only Microsoft domain. See the the configuration is completed. You can now log in into the Azure or Office 365, verify the user accounts. Okay, that's it. That's all. You can see dashboard also the sync status. See it enabled. So I got it. Now I have to assign the licenses for these accounts.
Yes.
Okay, it will take some time to configure Exchange also. Okay,
Okay.
We'll continue tomorrow. If I start it, it will take more than 1 hour again now.
Oh, wow.
We'll continue
But
tomorrow.
tomorrow you want to do the class, no? Not like
Tomorrow
yesterday. Yeah.
class not. See the configurations we have to do it. See, at the AD level is completed. Now I want to establish a connections between this Exchange to the cloud.
Okay.
Okay, from Exchange to cloud we have to establish.
Yeah.
In my document, I'll show you the requirements for hybrid setup. The certificate is done. Okay, standalone subject alternative certificates. This is part done. Next,
You can give me these notes.
sure, I'll share you that. Add Exchange online hybrid setup enabled proxy. These are not completed.
Okay.
Okay, these are all not completed. So the documents I have some sample documents also there. Let's see. I have collected few sample documents also here from the different solution providers. Code to also. This configuration part we have to start on Exchange level.
Okay. Yeah.
Hybrid Exchange level we have to start it. See, hybrid is there now. We have to start this setup. We have to start. We will see that tomorrow. Okay.
So then you were talking about the